My name is Ian and welcome to my channel, Clay's Essential Creations. So today we're gonna start fulfilling that 84 candle challenge, and I thought what a better way to do it by giving candles as a thank you gift. And when do you give away thank you gifts? Normally through events and parties like weddings, baptisms, or birthdays. Coincidentally, my friends Rowena and John will be celebrating their daughter's first birthday, Azalea, in the next 2 weeks. So I thought I'll commit in giving Rowena and John 34-ounce candles. I went ahead, and I personally don't like giving away candles that I have not tested myself. So I went ahead and made a batch for me to try and test. And this right here is one of the candles that came out on my first batch. And this is far from being so-called a perfect candle. However, it will function just the same. It will give away. It has a really nice scent, like a cold throw as they call it. And I tried to lit one of the candles, and it filled the bathroom a really good jasmine scent. Now, as you see, there were a few issues in this batch. One that's very visible is the wax adhesion. You see, and one of the causes of wax adhesion issue is the temperature of the wax when it was poured, and the temperature of the room where I was pouring it, and the temperature of the jars. It could have been that the room temperature was too cold. At the time that I was doing this batch, it was 69 degrees in the room, so it was too cold. The wax didn't adhere well, so that's why you see a few of these white spots in there. Another thing that you would visibly see or notice are the cracks. I'm not sure if you can see it. So the cracks is an issue caused by moisture from the jar and water. So when I was making this batch, I tried to heat up the glass jars in the oven. And so when I was heating the jars, it had moisture inside, and I wiped the jars really quickly before I poured the wax, and obviously there was still a little bit of water left in the jar, and that's what caused for the wax to crack, was the presence of water. So it's a learning curve for me, and I guess I'm just learning as I'm going. Well, the most important thing is when you test the candle and make sure that, because it is flammable, it is a flammable product, and so it's hazardous in its own nature. It is safe to use. It did not affect the function of the candle. It has a cold throw, and it has a really good hot throw as well. So I'm gonna try and do another batch today, and hopefully it comes out better the second time. So I'm right now cleaning the jars. I got this 4-ounce jars from Amazon, and that's pretty neat as it already came in case of 30. So I went ahead and just bought that. I'm using tissue paper and a little bit of alcohol in it to clean the jars. Now anyway, as I'm cleaning the jars, I wanted to share with you what I've learned in doing this 84 candle challenge so far. And really the point of doing the 84 candles is for you to go beyond the capacity of your candle making kit. So what that means is, so say for example with this one right here, I am only limited to this right here. It's a really small pourer, stainless steel pourer. This is where I melt the wax, and I'm currently using the double boiler system. This can hold up to 2 pounds of wax, and if I was to make 30 candles in one batch, then this won't hold enough wax for it. So I was kind of forced to buy a bigger one, as so. And so yeah, I will be melting all of the wax that I need in this big pitcher, and I will just go ahead and pour the first time. The other thing too is the fragrance oil that you need. So I was kind of limited to 4 of these, and these right here is 10 ml, 10 milliliters. Now this is not enough in making 30 candles, so I went ahead and bought a full bottle of 16-ounce fragrance oil from Flaming Candle. For Rowena and John's giveaway gift, I chose the honeysuckle jasmine as a fragrance oil. I love honeysuckle jasmine myself into candles, and I thought it was really fitting for Azalea's birthday gift giveaway. So yeah. So there's actually a lot of formulas going around into making a candle. However, I found this simple formula online that's been working really well for me. It's really easy, and I will share that in a different video next time. Otherwise, I will be making the candle through a double boiler system, and obviously this is something that beginners would normally do firsthand. Pot of water and wax in the melting pot, and put it in the water, control the temperature, always make sure you have a thermometer with you, and then just make sure that you are, attentive on the temperature of the wax. All right. So the wax is melting, and as I'm waiting for the wax to be fully melted, I'm gonna go ahead and start wicking my candle jars. So that's a good way to save some time instead of just waiting for the wax to melt, not doing anything. So I heat up my wax at 185 degrees, and then I do add the fragrance oil at 170, and then I do pour at 150. So right now it's about cooling down, and I'm just gonna stir a little bit for about 2 minutes more, just to make sure that the fragrance oil has properly incorporated with the wax. And so this is the part where I love the most, is the actual pouring of the melted wax and waiting for them to solidify and see the final product into becoming it as a candle. And when I pour, one thing that I've learned is we want to pour gently and slowly, so that way we don't incorporate air into the jars. As you might not know, incorporating air will result to bubbles in the candles, and you don't want sinkholes at the top of your candles. So I'm just gonna pour nice and slow. So I finally got done with all my 24 candles, and it took me longer than I had anticipated, but they're looking quite nice, better than the first one, and I hope that they cure nice and smoothly. Well, anyway, it's been a pleasure being with you this afternoon, and see you on my next video. Please hit like, comment, and subscribe for my next video coming up soon. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening. Bye!